Hi friends, my name is Bharat D, URK20CS2113. Today we are going to see a program in object-oriented system. The objectives are to create a Java application which will demonstrate the concept of utilizing the benefits of array of objects. Now we are going to do two programs. First one is matrix manipulation and the second one is students information method. The first one here is the matrix manipulation. We are going to create a menu-driven application to demonstrate matrix operations like addition, subtraction, and multiplication, etc. First, we'll create a matrix, then we do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and check one by one addition, subtraction, multiplication, and we exit the program. In the application, you will apply the concept of two-dimensional arrays. The second question is student information method. We are going to collect the students details and create a student class and display in it, and we will check enter the student details and display the student details, and also by searching the particular details of a single student. Then finally we'll print the output and the result. Now let's go to the program. This is the first program, the matrix manipulation. First we create a package experiment to improve, then we create a class called matrix manipulation, then the public static void, then in the main function we have the two main functions r1 and r2. These are the dimensions in it. Then we use the scanner function here, then we create a menu driven function like create matrices, add, subtract, multiply, and exit, etc. And this is switch in case. We go to case 1. This is where we enter the number of rows in the matrix. If it is 3 into 3 matrix or 6 into 6 matrix, it creates in the for loop. It checks whether the following things work correct, and it implements. If it does not come, it comes out of the for loop. Then it enters number of rows and columns. If it is 3 into 3 matrix, it asks 9 numbers. Like that it creates. Now we go into the case 2. If r1 is equal to r2, c equal to r2. In this case, if it is only true that if 3 into 3 matrix exists, only it prints matrix can be added, or else if it is like 3 into 1 matrix, it cannot be done, it cannot add. The addition solution matrix can't be added if this case fails. If this case does not fail, we go into this for loop and it checks whether the case runs or not. Then we go into the case 3. The same condition applies here. If these condition comes here only, the program runs. Where like if it is 3 into 3 matrix and 3 into 2 matrix, if the subtraction comes out, this case does not work. In addition, even in multiplication, this is the for loop, the nested for loop, where the program is being done. And if it is if it satisfies the for loop, it executes. Otherwise it comes out of the for loop. It does not print. Then we go to the case 4. Here also it comes under the same rule. C1 is equal to C2. The matrices should be equal. Otherwise the matrix can't be printed. It will print the matrices can't be printed out. These are the cases. The system out print line. If the nested for loop works perfectly, it will multiply the product matrix and display it. Now we come to case 5. If the status is equal to false, then we close that. Otherwise existing the program. Then we come to the static int. Now we create a matrix function of multi-dimensional arrays here using nested for loops. This is how the program is done. First enter the row plus a and column and the element. This nested for loop works here and returns the matrix if the matrix is correct. The next solution, the next static is the addition. The nested for loop works here. A dot length and a dot 0 both are same. If int I is if for int I is equal to 0 and the length it increments. For int j is equal to 0, if j is lesser than b, the length j plus plus. This is how the for loop works. Then it returns the solution. Now we go to the static int subtraction. It is same like the addition. but here the multiplication differs. In the subtraction, the same nested for loop works and checks out whether this following question works or not. Then we come into the multiplication. Multiplication is a little bit different from addition and subtraction. In the multiplication matrix, we have a product instead of the solution. So the for loop works down there and it multiplies, and according to the for loop it returns the value. This is how the matrix manipulation is being worked. Then we come into the second function, so the second program, the student information system. We created a package here, experiment2. Then the public class is called student information system. The string contains the register name, department name, everything. The float contains mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, mark 4 of a student average total. This is the student information system. We need to create a student information system. So the student information system contains the informations, the for loop then we created a for loop which increments the following values and stores in a of I, which stores all the informations in a of I and returns the value. Then we have a static void. The first one is add. We have the following things: the name of the student, name or register number of the student, department of the student, everything to be added. Before adding, everything will be null, which will be 0. Nothing will be there. Then we enter the name of the student, register number of the student, department of the student. Then we enter the mark 1 of the student, mark 2, mark 3 of the student. Then it also calculates the total marks and averages of these students. Then we go to the display statement. If we need to be seen all these things, name, register number, department, mark 1, mark 2, everything, it is because of this display statement. This is how the system prints the name, register number, department, mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, mark 4, the total marks and average. And then we come to the static void in character. In the student information system, if we need to add a new student, it scans using the scanner system, and here we given like a small menu driven function to create a student entities, add student details, display all students, search student entries, and exit the program. And we come to this case 1. System prints enter the number of students. It checks it scans and checks create the student entry, and if it is created in the student information system, then it prints student entry created. Otherwise it won't be created. Then we come to the details. After the details are added, it prints details are added. Then we come to the case 3, where the for loop is given for integer I is greater than n. It increments and displays it scans and displays it from the array. We come to the case 4. If we need to search a particular name or a person, it scans using this function, and for this for loop runs, and it searches using register name or register number or number in the array which is stored in the student information system, and comes if the student, and the entry is displayed if the student's name or number is registered. Otherwise it prints the student it's student not found. In case 5, we need to execute the program. It will say if the user enters a value which is not between 1 to 5, like enter your register number, display your name, then it prints it is an enter a valid choice, because it is an invalid choice. So this is how the program is done. Thank you.